McCallum looks up. Curler! Cracking goal!
After a great performance in the Sussex Senior Cup against EFL Second Division team Crawley Town, hopes were high that a turning point may have been reached. But with Hampton and Richmond riding high at the top end of the table, it was, in all honesty, going to be another difficult game, and Hampton showed early glimpses of why they're at the top. Here, Max Kretschmar fires over. However, it was Eastbourne to strike first. In-form Lloyd Dawes picked up the ball some 25 yards in the Eastbourne half, before launching himself on a swashbuckling run, which ended with him slotting the ball past a helpless Mani Agbola. Quite simply, a goal that would have been a contender for much of the day's goal of the season. But Hampton were keen to press forward and show their top table position is no fluke, and Mark Smith had to be at the top of his game to tip this free kick onto the bar and safety. Elliot Charles also tried to test Smith when he brought the ball under control, but was wide. At the other end, Borough were trying to push the advantage, but didn't quite have the penetration after the goal. Here Dawes finds Harry Ransom, who is growing with every game, but his chip cross didn't find his man this time. But the Beavers were very much in this contest and kept showing the potential trouble they could cause. Here, Mark Smith had to come off his line sharpish to gather the ball. Next, it looked like a pinball as both defence and attack tried to get the ball under control. Fortunately, Shandon Baptiste's shot is wide. With Hampton pressing, the Borough had some space to exploit. Here, Kane Wills nearly releases Sean Okaji, but his pass is just snuffed out. And here, Eastbourne press, and Will Hendon's through ball disappoints Okaji, but finds its way to Lloyd Dawes, whose attempt is so close. And once again, the game swung back to Hampton, and it was fortunate this Shandon Baptiste effort veered wide. But the Sports gave away a goal in the 9 seconds against Crawley, and sadly, we're about to repeat that mistake. Goal hero Lloyd Dawes tries to play football to get out of trouble, but loses it to Jack Cook, who nods it into the danger area. Mark Smith makes a great save, but the ball falls unkindly to Charlie Wasmer to force it over the line on 44 minutes, bringing Hampton and Richmond on equal terms as they went in for the break. After the break, both sides were again looking to get their noses in front. Here, a neatly worked effort found Brandon Kiernan in space, but he could do no more damage than hit the car park. A feat he replicates a few moments later when put through by Charles. At the other end, Lloyd Dawes does his best to create an opening as he dribbles his way into the Hampton goal area, but is dispossessed by Wasmer as he tries to tee up his shot. And here, fullback Emmanuel Adoji's well-struck effort pulls out an equally good save by Mani Agbola. Then Okoji steals the ball and manages to force it up high for Lloyd Dawes to get it in his sights, but Dawes narrowly loses out to Agbola in the battle to be first. But on 59 minutes things unravel a bit for the Sports. Both Adoji and Hendon combine to try and stop Kiernan on the left, but somehow he manages to keep control of the ball, and his killer cross is met by Max Kretschmar for a bullet of a header to put the Beavers 2-1 in front. With Hampton in front, the game lost some of its vigour. And of course, when your luck's out, things never quite run your way. Like when Will Hendon charges down this ball, only for the rebound to roll tantalisingly too far for Okoji to latch onto it. Of course, the balance of the match was tilted to Hampton now, and the Borough defence had to keep its concentration. Here, Will Hendon shows great timing to break up this Hampton attack. Although he argued Max Kretschmar had played for the foul on this occasion. And here, a long cross from the left finds Brandon Kiernan in space, but his effort falls safely into Smith's arms. But no doubt about it, the Borough's attack wasn't creating the same kind of opportunities compared to the first 45 minutes. Having said that, Lloyd Dawes kept being a thorn in Hampton's side as he tried to find a way through. Then Harry Ransom's chip over the defence nearly finds his man. Then Gavin McCallum tees up this great free kick and nearly beat Agbola. As the clock ticked down, this strike by Kane Wills brought about a hopeful appeal for a penalty, but referee Paul Harris waved them away. Then Gavin McCallum made space for himself, but couldn't get on target. Then in the dying seconds, McCallum wriggled his way through, and his cross found the head of Yemi Odabadi, but he could only direct it into the arms of Agbola. And with that went the last chance to pull level, and despite many positives for Eastbourne Borough, Hampton and Richmond came away with all the points.